Welcome to today's Art Chat. I'm Laura Stiefelmore, and today I'm joined by Carolina Franco of the Criarte Latino Cultural Center. Criarte Latino presents Spanish and bilingual productions that reflect the rich Latino culture rooted in the Sarasota-Manatee area. From comedy to drama to children's theater, they offer a variety of entertainment and education options year-round. Over the last few years, they've introduced the arts to a demographic that is often not served in an area known to be rich in culture. Despite their limited space and means, Criarte Latino has created a whole new generation of audience members, patrons, and artists. At the age of 17, Carolina moved from Colombia to the United States, where she continued her passion for acting. In 2012, she made her debut at Criarte Latino in the first Spanish play the theater put together in the area. She has been a part of most of the plays the group has produced as both actor and director. In December of 2017, Criarte Latino started a new phase with Carolina as the producing artistic director and president of the organization. She now continues to keep the project alive, bringing new modes of entertainment to the Latin community in the area. Carolina, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank you, Laura, for having me. It's a pleasure.
This should be fun. So normally what I do is I start off by making my guests look at the work of art that I've selected for them and give me their response without any additional information from me. But because this is a bit of an unusual object, I'm going to give you a little context. So This is a porcelain cube that's about 5 inches high, and it includes both a front and a back. So I'm showing you both views here. And despite its really small size, the details are really exquisite. This was made in China in the 1600s, and it depicts theatrical scenes from plays that were popular at the time. So I find it really whimsical and delightful, but there's a real power to it as well. So power not only in the sense that this little object has endured for hundreds of years, but how it so aptly represents the universal appeal of theater as a way to share stories and create a sense of human connection. So even though it's hundreds of years old, I think the drama and the gestures and the set all feel very real and relevant to today. So all of that being said, and here's some, the additional information. All of that being said, what is your reaction to this piece? And can you tell us a little bit more about how Criarte Latino uses theater to connect people from different cultures right here in Sarasota?
So yeah, the piece actually, it's interesting because I thought it was a lot bigger than what you said, because it is very detailed and it's like a lot of stuff going on in there. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's nice. And I thought maybe it was 2 separate pieces too. I didn't, because of the size, it doesn't seem like it's the same one, front mm-hmm. and back. But yeah, I love that it's very, very detailed. The lighting is very good. You can still see everything inside. And obviously it seems Asian. I'm sure it's from the Asian collection. And I love the detail around it, like all the
sort of framing.
The framing. It's kind of like, even though it's Asian, it still has the contrast with like the Greek history, like theater came from Greece, so it kind of like, I don't know, like the grapes, I don't know, like it kind of makes me feel like it's the perfect connection between Asian and Greek art or culture. Mm-hmm. So it's definitely a very interesting piece. I love the face on the other one, on the back of it, I suppose. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not really sure what he's looking at, like. Yeah,
I'm not sure. I don't think we've identified which plays these are scenes from, so we don't really know what the story is. So that's a mystery, I think, that we're still researching.
But yeah, his face is priceless. Like, looking into it, like, just like I'm looking at it, like, what is this?
Yeah. And I love how you looked at it from the perspective of such a theater person. You're thinking about lighting and framing and staging, all those things that would never occur to me to look at in an object like this.
Right. Yeah, it's fun for sure. It gives me an idea because we're actually remodeling, so we can do the framing like that for our stage.
I love that. Yeah. So tell us a little bit more about the work that you're doing.
So I was going to go back to that. So you asked how we use theater to interact with the community.
Mm-hmm.
So we started the project because there was nothing like this in the area for the Latin community. There was not really entertainment, culture, arts for people that spoke Spanish. So
Mm-hmm.
it was back in 2012. It was actually someone else who founded this, who founded the theater, the organization. He's from Guatemala. His name is Alessandro Rosal. He actually moved. He's no longer in the state. But yeah, we started doing plays here and there, and we realized that people really appreciated what we were doing. We do comedy for the most part, and personally, I absolutely love to make people laugh. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like we have a lot of serious subjects going on in an everyday life, and like this is a perfect example, like everything that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's always good to have that little escape, to go to a different place, to be able to enjoy a different, like, yeah, a different scenario, to be able to laugh at it.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we even, actually, like the first play that I directed, it was about the experience of Hispanics in the United States. So a lot of them are more like, if you don't speak English really good, so you go through a lot of um, yeah, funny scenarios.
Mm-hmm.
But then you just learn to live with that. You just learn to make fun of that, and it's like, okay, it's a learning experience. So it's interesting because we were not sure how people were gonna react to it, if they took it
Mm-hmm.
personal. But no, they enjoyed it, and yeah, like we have grown a lot. We used to have probably we used to have 4 main productions a year or so, and now we're having about 9 productions a year, and we're
Oh,
adding more
wow.
and more runs to every play. We are
Mm-hmm.
also doing theater workshops for kids from 5 years old all the way to 17 years old. They're 100% in Spanish, so it's one of my favorite programs that we offer. um, Especially parents, they love it. Like Hispanic parents, they are so happy that they're enjoying to, acting, but they're also practicing their native language, let's say. So parents are
Mm-hmm.
super excited about it. They have supported us a lot, and we have about 3 kids in the current workshop where like they don't really speak Spanish, so it's a bit challenging.
Mm-hmm.
um, but it's very nice to hear from parents that say it's like a family project, because they get together at night, they study the script, they try to help them with the pronunciation, they will like Google together. They want
Mm-hmm.
to understand exactly what's going on, so it's pretty neat.
That's
And
amazing. And I'm curious to hear how this coronavirus shutdown has impacted your work. Like you said, you are able to provide moments of levity, kind of like this piece here, these little whimsical scenes that you can, use to transport yourself. But how are you thinking about translating the work that you do when you can't have a physical audience or a packed theater full of people? What is the future of theater looking like for you and for your organization?
so yeah, it has definitely been pretty tough. And I'm sure it was, for all of us, it was very unexpected. We would
Mm-hmm.
not imagine that this was gonna happen. I actually had left the country no long ago, and I did, like, literally, I left. I went to Argentina like
Mm-hmm.
in early March, and when I came back, everything was so different, and I had to
Mm-hmm.
even move my date to return, right? So when we got back, we were actually in the middle of remodeling the space, and we were rushing. We were a little behind the clock, and because we wanted to open and show our new space, our remodeling, what we were working on.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously everything got canceled. We haven't received any income at all for, I would say, the past probably a little over 2 months, because we were in the process of remodeling. So yeah, we had struggled a lot, especially with the funds.
Mm-hmm.
We had some donations, and that's how we were able to finally start the process of rebuilding the space and making it space of the art that the community deserves.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we were with our board, we weren't sure what to do with those funds. They were donated for us to do the remodeling, but then we also had to cover our rent. And yeah, so we've looked into loans, into other grants. We have been applying for help for sure. And we had to be very creative. We have worked with the team to still be able to offer some entertainment virtually to our audience. Obviously, we cannot charge for it, so it's all, you know, it's completely for free. So we do book circles as well. We're gonna start our next one in about 2 weeks. So it's gonna be El Principito, which is gonna be a family project. So we figure instead of doing the book circle for adults, we want to do this one where we can involve the whole family. We're going to have an improv show, an improv night next week. Will Loretta from the Florida Studio Theater, he's going to be with us too. He's going to join us. So yeah, it's just creativity. It doesn't matter how tough things are. We got to stick together and we'll figure things out.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully the community will sort of rise up and give you the support that you need. I'm curious about the ultimate vision. You said you're remodeling your space and you even got some ideas for remodeling from this object here. What is the ultimate vision? Because you're more than just a theater. Like you've said, you provide classes for kids and all sorts of things. So what is the ultimate vision when this is all over and you've got all the money that you need? What do you want the new space to be and look like? What is that going to be?
Yeah, so we went from a theater into a cultural center. We actually changed the name. We added cultural center at the end of it because we want to be a cultural exchange channel in the community at large and the Hispanic community. So little by little, we're going to incorporate more things in Spanglish, and we're going to do a few things in English as well. But yeah, we want to focus on music as well, on painting, other things. So the space is going to have its main area, which is going to be still very theatrical. We're not going to have, the chairs we're going to be able to move the chairs so we can use it for different things as well. But yeah, we're still going to, theater is probably going to be up there when it comes to the priorities, just because that's where we came from. But yeah, we're also gonna have another area that's gonna be like a multi-purpose room and a small classroom where we're gonna make it as acoustic as possible. That's probably where we're gonna have some guitar lessons, piano lessons. We're gonna have actually a little library as well, a little like a bookshelf with a lot of Spanish books that most of them, we're working on that, are being donated to us. Some of them are new, some of them are used, and it's for all ages. So it's pretty cool. That classroom is gonna have its bookshelf full of Spanish books. And then, yeah, we're gonna have a little storage where we can keep all the materials we need to build the sets. And we're gonna have 2 changing rooms, which, believe it or not, we really didn't have a real one before. We're gonna be able to walk behind the, yeah, we'll appreciate that for sure. We will have literally 2, and then they'll be able to connect one to the other one behind the set. Again, before, if you were on one side of the set, there was no way to go to the other side. So we were very limited. And for the ones that know a lot about theater, it's always nice to be able to walk behind, to go from one side to the other. We have an emergency with the light, with sound, that's all very helpful. So yeah, so we are very happy to be able to evolve. We're becoming more and more real every time.
I mean, that sounds amazing. And I can't wait till all the renovations are done and we're all back to normal and we can come out and see all the fabulous productions and everything else that you have to offer. So I don't want to take up too much more of your time, but I wanted to just give you an opportunity. Is there anything else you wanted to share with people listening to this art chat that we didn't cover yet? Anything you want people to know?
Well, again, thank you for the opportunity. And I want to thank you, not just you, but also, yeah, Sonia and Elizabeth. You guys have been great. The Ringling has been there for us for sure. They have invited us to quite a few shows, and our volunteers, our team, they love to go to your theater. We love the relationship that we're building here. So thank you for all your support and for having me here.